What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. We've just been chilling with Roy's mum, and now we are back with Roy, and I'm going to show you how I basically craft unicorns. And the reason I'm going to show you is because you'll have seen in one of my previous videos how I've been a little bit upset with how the new gear and brand sets that they've been releasing. And I'm not really going to go over it too much in this video, but I'll give you a quick overview. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and consider joining the channel. And let's get straight into it. So at the moment, when we get a new brand set, for instance, so like this one here, this Lengmore, you can see that it comes with a blue core attribute. That makes it really, really hard to get Obliterate or Glass Cannon or whatever you want here. Then the attributes, especially if you want all red, because what happens with gear is it's always weighted to whatever the core attribute is. So you're much more likely to get blue attributes here than you are anything else. So, you know, to build an all red build, this is a really, you know, particularly hard piece to get. This one's not perfect. I want crit chance, crit damage. I've got crit chance and headshot damage, but it's got Obliterate, which I also wanted. But the reason I was trying to do that is because, you know, it reads like this could be used for, you know, an all red build. I've got 30% LMG damage on the bottom, and it's the same with other gear sets in the other brand sets in the game as well. But I digress. That's not what this video is all about. What this video is all about is I have been farming endlessly now for the last few weeks to try and get a Palisade chest piece and a Palisade backpack. The chest piece with crit damage, crit chance, and Obliterate, which I've got. So thank you to Ritzy for donating me that. And then the backpack, I've been trying to get one with crit chance, crit damage, and Bloodsucker. Crit chance, crit damage, and unstoppable force, and vigilance, and all them things, and I've not had any luck at all. But rather than just farming in Countdown, I've also been opening boxes and obviously then using materials from the gear as well to craft. But aside from that, when you get days like today, you can see here that our main man Roy is selling Lengmore pieces, and this is probably an easier way to try and get what you want. Now, huge PSA with this. You really could do with a decent SHD level score here because what you're going to need to do is keep using materials. You're also going to need to use them materials for if you get super lucky like I have here. I managed to craft this God roll today. I got crit chance, crit damage, and glass cannon. If you saw my picture on my Twitter and things like that, this was rolled like a third or a quarter. It was absolutely horrendous, and I had to optimize this a lot. It cost me a fortune, but because I've got my watch points on this character, I can just, you know, fill up and keep going. Now you might be wondering what this character is, because you're looking at the build and you're thinking, Tickle, what crap's that? Well, this is basically a character that all it has done in its lifetime is run Warlords of New York. When you come out of Warlords of New York, you know, you get a fresh watch, and I had, you know, a whole bunch of materials to use. I then used that material. Basically, I didn't use anything else in here apart from generating money. And what I did is obviously I went up to Roy. I bought, you know, a full inventory of Lengmore, as you can see, like this. So we'll just buy it like a few as an example. I then went into it and then I ripped them all, being careful not to rip my two at the bottom. You deconstruct them, and as you can see here, you get some Lengmore materials, you get some protective fabric, you get chest weaves, and you get some ceramics. So obviously at the moment, if I go over to the crafting bench, which is just around the corner, I would just then go up to the crafting bench and just craft until I ran out of materials. So I go into here, go down to Lengmore. And then, yeah, as you can see, this is the cost. And you know, ceramics and carbon fiber we can generate from our watch. Lengmore we can generate from buying from Roy, and protective fabric we get for deconstructing everything. So just be careful when your protective fabric caps out from deconstructing everything. You might as well at that point then craft, so that you're not wasting protective fabric. And then you just craft away until you fill your inventory or you run out of materials. And you know, that was almost a good one. And then you rip it, and obviously when you rip it, you then get more materials back to try again, and then you do the whole process over and over again until you hopefully get what you want. Now, there's a couple of things to pay a little bit of attention with at the moment that's not working as intended. With Lengmo, there is no cap for materials, but the shared materials also doesn't work. That's also the same for Palisade, the new one that came out this season as well, and Aegis as well. That's also got no cap as well. So you can't just buy a load on this character, rip them, and then transfer to your other character to craft. You're gonna have to do, you know, Lengmo, Palisade, and Aegis on this one character. Buy, rip, and then craft. But that's going to be it for the video. But, you know, obviously you can see what else is being, you know, available in the rest of the world. Rip it and just sit and craft and use your watch to generate the money to buy a bunch. Then use the watch to craft the materials that you want. And usually I wouldn't recommend using a watch like this. I would be saying, like, you know, max all these out, max all your other materials out and stuff and things like that. But this is basically a mule just for crafting god rolls. And as you can see, I got one today. This is probably the best chest piece for Pestilence that I'm going to put that build together. But this it took about 400 crafts to find this thing. I have done thousands, and I mean thousands, when it comes to Palisade backpacks, and not got anywhere near. Crafting can be flaky, but if you've done weeks and weeks of farming in Countdown and outside the open world and things like that, you know, just to get some really quick and easy. This is boring, right? This is not really playing the game. I don't really advocate for doing this, but, you know, sometimes needs must. I've been farming for 3 weeks and got nowhere near. This is something that I wanted to get fairly easy, and if I see any more Countdown, I might absolutely blow my brains out. But that's going to be it for the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to go and spend some more time with Roy's mum, and if you feel like joining the channel because you really love the content, please do that also. You'll find a link down below in the description to my community Discord. If you want people to play the game with and you just want to hang around with people who love the Division, then that's the place for you as well. Thanks for watching, agents, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.